Hello everybody, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Once again, a very special truck we're using today. This is the Autocar AT, and if you're not familiar with Autocar, it is an American company, and we're here in their headquarters of Birmingham, Alabama. They also have one in Indiana, I believe. But this you can get on the SCS forums. It is a fantastic one. It is by a guy by the name of XBS, so a big thanks to XBS for this. It is super, super cool to have an Autocar AT. What a classic truck. I grew up knowing about Autocar a little bit, but I know them mostly for their trash trucks, to be perfectly honest with you. So we have this Cummins 475 twin turbo in it. We'll fire it up so you can hear it. She basically just comes to life. Train horns and all. Man, oh man. So we're in Birmingham, Alabama. We're picking up a Texaco fuel run, and we're going somewhere. I forget where, but I'll go ahead and release the parking brake, and we'll show you the inside of the cab. We are inside the Autocar AT. I'm going to go ahead and push the parking brake in. Look at how detailed this thing is. You even have the valves on the actual stick. That is pretty darn cool. And we're going to go right around the corner and pick up. Now, Autocar trucks are pretty heavy duty, meaning they usually... Oop, let's get used to this. Can't find a grinder. Get used to this transmission. They're usually, heavy duty, so they're doing big jobs. The AT is a classic truck, beautiful truck, and it's really cool to have one of these in American Truck Simulator, so big thanks to the developers that make these things possible, man. It's pretty darn cool. Flashers are on. There's our trailer right there. We already know what we're picking up. It's that guy. These things purr too, man. They don't make a whole lot of sound. It's got a 10-speed in it. Eaton Fuller 10-speed. All right, there it is. Throw it into reverse. And we'll just pick it up like this. How's everybody doing? A very happy Wednesday to you all. We'll get to talking about some cool stuff on this trip today. There we go. I would be remiss if I don't talk about... Okay, nailed it in the first try, so parking brake. Let's have a look outside. We'll attach the trailer. Such a cool looking combo, man. With the Texaco red and the red of this thing. I like it a lot. All right, let's just go on out of here. We'll do a little bit of driving the outside view so you can check out the truck. What a cool rig, man. Always loved the look of the Autocar. Big, huge tires on it, too. We got a left turn out of here. And we'll talk about where we're going. Let's see. We're going to Jackson. We're going to Jackson. To the BNSF there. That's where we're going. If you're wondering, flashes off. Put our display away. Let's go driving this big rig around, shall we? Okay, so I can float right between about 500 RPM, it seems like it is pretty happy with that. We'll see here.
Turn right.
A little bit more than that, we would have been okay on the downshift. We'll turn right here as well. Okay. So I got to do something really cool last night. Oop. Not just grinding. Man, barely made that trailer around that corner there. There we go. Now we're getting better at it. Ooh, way low on that one. Well, got to do something really cool last night, and that was go see a dirt sprint car race. The Ollie's All-Stars were here at East Bay Raceway in Tampa, and I was invited out there by Tony Stewart Racing to go check that out, and I did. I shot a vlog. That will come out on Friday.
Keep right.
I have a really cool video coming out tomorrow. I can't really talk about it until tomorrow because I can tell you this. It's the reason why I haven't shown my cockpit in a while for all this stuff here that I use. Because I have something that is not to be shown yet. And it will be tomorrow, so then you'll know what I'm talking about. Just maybe. All right, let's get on the highway here. We're getting on 65. Coming over to big truck, thank you very much. I'm sure that lane will end before too long. It usually does. And now we have all 18 wheels are rolling down the road in an Autocar AT in American Truck Simulator. Okay, nope, we're gonna have to get over in the right lane. Never mind. I thought we were gonna have to stay in the middle, but nope, not today. Let's figure the Jake brake on this thing. That sounds awesome. Let's listen to it the outside view. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty darn sweet. It's just such a quiet truck. I cannot wait to drive this one in VR. It is right up my alley. $500 fine for littering. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it. Okay, so now we're on this highway. 455 headed west to Jackson. How about that? So that vlog goes out on Friday. Excited to show it. It's got a little bit of a moto vlog at the end as well. But I made some real big breakthroughs with that game today, Tony Stewart's Sprint Car Racing. And it has to do with stagger. Changing the stagger to a much higher number, which makes the tire bigger on the right side of the car, really pitches the car well to where you can hold it in a slide with right, a lock in the corner. And that's something that I think
keep left.
My videos have been getting keep left towards Tuscaloosa, I guess, after this car. All right, we're going west, all right. And yeah, it's been getting pretty much just kind of criticized for that one thing. I love that Jake brake in this thing. And that's the biggest issue, is that the default presets don't really do the game justice with that part. So those of you guys that drive big rigs, let me know. Have you guys ever driven an Autocar? I gotta know that for sure, because what a classic. It's kind of like driving a Mac R, Somebody the other day said, hey, you should drive a Mac, not the other one, but this one or whatever. I'm getting on the highway, buddy. Thank you. And I don't know which one you're talking about. Like a Mac from the 80s or 90s, because we don't really have too many. We have the, what is it, the CHU or Chew or whatever. We got that one. We got the Mac Anthem. I haven't driven the Anthem in a while. I might do that next time. We might. Somebody wanted to see the Argosy, so I think we're going to be doing an Argosy run. If I can get a working version of an Argosy, that would be pretty darn cool. Not the fastest things in the world, these. Ooh, missed that shift big time. Not the fastest things in the world. Here, I'm going to actually downshift to here. We'll just use the next one. Tuscaloosa and a half mile. Man, I'll never forget that tornado that ripped through Tuscaloosa. I was watching on the radar program. I used GR level 3. And I noticed that there was a really strong couplet, which was basically indicating a tornado. And wow, was it a tornado? Because yes, it was. It was pretty crazy. You don't know what I'm talking about, have a look on YouTube. It's the Tuscaloosa, Alabama tornado. I believe it was, wasn't it May of 2011 or something? I think it happened in 2011. It just might have. All right. It's been beautiful down here in Tampa. We had that little bit of a cold spell there for a little while, but, I mean, for Florida. Oop. I'm gonna slow down for you, buddy. Sorry, I can't get over in time. There we go. I did a little bit. I did a little bit for him. For Tampa, it was, you know, chilly, but nothing like everybody else, because now we're getting beautiful 80-degree weather and everybody's getting sleet and snow, and sorry about that. Sorry about you. I know, it's part of it. Living north in the United States, you're going to get that. That's why I moved down south, because I don't like it. Man, I love the rattle sounds and everything in this. It just, when you download it, you'll just get two, sorry, car, I will let you on, I didn't see it. You get two files. You throw those in your, obviously, My Documents, American Truck Sim mod folder. And you'll have a wheel pack, and then you'll have this truck. Wheels being like steering wheels. I didn't mess with a whole lot of them. I like the default looking one. I wanted to keep this thing pretty close to how it would have been back in the day. There's not a whole lot of customization to it. That's why I didn't show it. There's very, very minimal options to it. You just kind of have an Autocar and you just drive it. It even comes with Michelin tires, so you don't even have to use the default tires. How about that?
Go straight.
Hey, look at that. We actually got into our final gear for the first time. All right, after this blue car, I'm going to get set up and we're going to get a screenshot here. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Just like that. Got a lovely little screenshot.
Keep left.
Such a photogenic truck. Truly is. So I've been getting some people asking me to go up north, up to like Iowa and stuff like that. And I know you want to see those areas, but they're really not fleshed out like down here. They're really not. You're going to be in the middle of nowhere. My God, that Saya driver is going so fast through that rest area. Holy cow, man. A little realistic, right? Get on over for these guys so they can get on the highway. Even though it's going to be like, please get over to the right-hand side. I'm going to be nice to this guy. Now we're starting to crank her up to 70 miles an hour in its final gear. But she just purrs along, doesn't make a whole lot of sound at all. Until you're Jake braking, of course. But yeah, once we get closer to 2,000 RPM, it really starts to sing, and you can hear the sound of that whistling sound of the turbos. Sumter County, everybody. That sounds just like a train horn. We can actually do the train horn and go. All trucks and trailers use right lane. Okay. Welcome to Mississippi, everybody. All right. Have to wake her uppers while we're doing that. Why not? And way station, we get to bypass it. That's cool. But it looks like they have a law where all the trucks and trailers have to be in the right lane. I mean, that's pretty much everywhere as it is. That's one thing we do violate here and there. Because I do hang out in the left lane a little longer than you're supposed to with the truck. So, but that's because we know how erratic the AI can be. They just love to slam the brakes in the right lane on those merges. If the merges were a little bit smoother, then we would be all right there. But Meridian, half a mile.
Keep left.
We will. We're going to stay right here in this lane, and I will enjoy it. Yes, yes. So as you can see, we're starting to get out of the area that has got a lot of work in the coast-to-coast map. So that's the reason why it looks so barren. But still, it is better than it was prior, where we didn't have any shrubs or bushes. It was just that grass texture everywhere. West towards Jackson, you got it. Well, a big shout out to you guys if you live in Meridian or near Meridian. Nice little warehouse there. Very unique truck, this one is. I just love how quiet it is. Not obnoxious at all. But that's the sound of the Cummins. We might get the sucker almost up to 75, 80 here on the downhill. There we go. Now we're cooking. Ooh, old 59 Cadillac or something here on the left. Slow down a little bit here. We don't be going so fast. Hattiesburg. I've actually been through Hattiesburg before, and we talked about that last time on our way to Mobile. Thank you, Caprice, for cutting us off. We do appreciate that. Or a Chevy Malibu. I think it was a Caprice. One of the newer ones, of course. Last body style that came out. Now we're in a 75 zone. How about that? Okay, there's a car there. Can't get over just yet. Will now, though. Climb the hill. I believe that's an Acura. That white one there that just went by us. Pretty sure. I'm just enjoying the sound of this thing. Very relaxing. When I went to the racetrack yesterday, I actually took my motorcycle. That's the reason why there's a little bit of a motovlog at the end of that video that's coming out on Friday. And that was a nice ride out there and back. But on the way back, saw a lot of car accidents because that is Florida in a nutshell. But it was pretty bad. A lot of intersection crashes down here. I don't think anybody pays attention. When I drive around here, I drive like I'm code 3 in intersections. I look both ways, so I go through every intersection. And then whenever the light turns green, everybody just wants to go. I wait for the late ones that come through, because I've noticed that is a thing. A lot of people run reds down here.
Keep left.
The car I have to get over. There we go. Truck let us over. That works. We're not going to Stage Street, that's for certain. West towards Jackson on 20. Mr. Camaro, you don't have a blinker on. I don't know which way you're going. You staying in that lane? Keep left. Towards Monroe. Yeah, we're not going. Oh, there's 55. Holy cow. Oh, that was our exit. Why did you say to keep left?
Finding a new route.
Yeah, I'd say so. To go down and turn around now. I could have swore she said keep left. I didn't know that was popping up. There wasn't a single sign for Jackson, was there? It was all New Orleans and stuff. Oopsies. To get off the highway and turn around and go back. We're in Jackson now, so I don't know. We're gonna find out, won't we? I think they wanted us to go to the other side. We can do that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Hell, you got it. Man, you really have to crank this sucker up in RPMs for the downshift. Meaning it takes a lot of time for it to actually
Keep left, and then
climb
left.
RPM. It doesn't rev up very quick like a lot of trucks. Oh, we'll turn left here in a second. Don't you worry. Look at that tiny little trailer for that truck. Walgreens. Well, we made a boo-boo, but that's okay. At least we get, well, now we get to drive this a little bit longer, and I'm not upset about that at all. It's got a loud click to it.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Okay, you got it. We'll do that. Oh.
Turn left.
Try to hurry through that light. I knew it was going to end quick. Missed it. Oh, I still missed it. Oh, well, now we're start back down and forth. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off with this transmission is, man, it's slow to get an RPM going. I don't know why. It's just the style engine, I guess. Yeah. And it's a 10 speed. I'm so used to 18s. That's all right. We'll be okay. Now we want to 55 Memphis towards New Orleans because they're going to have us go somewhere different than just Jackson. Right lane exit only ahead. That's what we want. That is indeed what we want here, folks.
Keep right.
My track IR is kind of fritzing out on us a little bit there.
Keep
Headed
right.
towards New Orleans. Maybe she said keep right earlier, and I just, when she says right and left, it sounds so damn similar sometimes. It could have been. Could have been. Out of the way, I'm the driver. It's my fault. In that lane. And that would take this all the way down. I've seen that asset used in a lot of places. That particular sound wall there. All right. So we're going all the way on the south side of Jackson, it looks like. I'm not sure what exit, but we'll see. There we go. Much better shift. See, that RPM, it drops like a rock on you, but man, you gotta press on that accelerator to jump up when you're downshifting. Okay, yep, this is where we're going, up here on the right. Wow, this is actually a pretty detailed area as far as assets go. Pretty impressed with that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I start slowing her down. There we go.
Exit right.
Yes.
Turn right.
Almost. We will turn right up here. After everybody just nearly kills us here. Rio Bravo Boulevard. We're turning right here, and then we're making another right to go down that way. Perfect. If you're still here with me in this video, yes, I use Track IR to look around freely. It is a infrared tracker that clips on my headset, and I'm able to freely look around without using a mouse or something like that. I get that question every video, so that's why I was like, oh, we probably need to go over it. If you're wondering what mods I'm using, I'll link the truck in the description below, but the other mods, last video I just went over all those. So I don't know if we need to revisit that just yet. Oh
Right,
man, I missed that shift completely. Okay, right turn up here. Sorry, Autocar, I'm screwing you over. As the British would say, otter. Okay, right turn here at the green. I'm trying to go by the sound of the engine. There we go. All the way down here and on the left down this way. Wow, that's a huge jump between those 2 years. I feel like a rookie today.
Get ready to turn left.
Those cars are in the cement there. Okay, well, there you go.
Turn left.
Higher than that? Really? Still won't go into gear. Oh, sorry. I am just a mess driving this truck today. Yikes.
Get ready to turn right.
I don't think I've ever had this
Turn
much
right.
difficulty with a transmission in this game. This is a first for me. Can't find a grinder. Maybe this engine needs to be shifted at a higher RPM. I don't know anything about them. Hey, but we made it here to the BNSF, and we'll be dropping our trailer here.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yes, we have.
Route guidance is now finished.
Going down here on the left, probably. Sneak in between these two. All right, is it up here? I think it's this one. Yep. Yep, that one. It's going to be a tight squeeze there today. It's looking pretty decent there. All right, back this sucker on in. That'll work. Watch out, make sure we don't hit a train or something stupid. Very little room for error on this one today because it's pinched between those two trailers. I'm gonna guide it a little bit more right this time so I don't hit that trailer on the right. That would be ideal. Yeah, my track car is freaking out on look when I look right. It's something to do with the lighting in the room. That's usually the problem. Usually the problem. I can't see too far on that side. We're looking good though. Just don't want to hit that trailer in the very back, so we'll wait for it to turn green and be happy with it. All right. The backing gods are with us today, but our shifting gods were definitely not here today for us. All right, perfect. Kill those flashers. Have a look at our parking job. I'm pretty pleased with that one. Pretty pleased. Let's go ahead and detach it. And there we have it. Excellent job from Birmingham to Jackson. 213 miles, 4 hours, 20 minutes, 29.2 gallons consumed. Just sipped some fuel today. And Divine Champion. Yeah. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this episode of America Truck Sim. Download this truck and give it a shot. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below, and let me know how you dealt with the transmission. It's a very slow transmission. It's very different than a lot of the trucks we drive here. And I'll see you next time. Take care.